OHIO, and I don't mean that in a positive way, the GOP cowards of my home state, they are at it again. They are working overtime to strip the rights of voters to put matters before the people by ballot initiative. And when I am saying this, I mean all Ohioans. And it don't matter if you're a little red, a little blue, a little country, a little rock and roll, a little R&B, or a little gospel. I'm talking about all Ohioans. So that's even if some people who rock with the Republicans wanted to put a ballot initiative, an initiative on the ballot, they gonna have a harder time too, because what these mofos and the GOP in the great state of Ohio are doing. Ohioans are fighting back hard though. I want to thank former Ohio Democratic Party Chairman David Pepper, who we serve side by side, for the video you are about to see. Take a look. That's it, baby. Whose house? Our house. You see them people flooding that daggone legislature like that. Sharon, I know you remember Senate Bill 5. I have not seen that place so full since we fought against Senate Bill 5 in 2011 when the Republicans tried to take away collective bargaining rights in the great state of Ohio. And if the resolution that these folks have passed was the order of the day, where you gotta have a 60, you gotta have a supermajority threshold to be able to bring something to the ballot. Senate Bill 5 may have not been overturned, but I don't remember the legislature being that charged since pushing back on making Ohio a right to work state.
Yeah, I thought you played the wrong video. I thought that was that Michigan was in town to play the Buckeyes. Okay, I thought that was Buckeye football right there, and the crowd was all fired up because you're right. And that's what it's gonna take. The people are gonna have to continue to fill the galleyway there. They're gonna have to continue to show up and be really loud, like super loud, okay? Make them pass something to kick them out of there, which I don't doubt that this is who they are, that they'll try that next. But this is it's a sad, but that scene makes me proud because I have fond memories of Ohio too. And the fight is there, Senator. But it's gonna take all of it.
All of it, all of it, all of it. And I just, what is wrong with these fools? The push for, passing a resolution that they're gonna put on the ballot for the people to vote, to vote on whether or not there should be a supermajority for the people to be able to put an initiative on the ballot. And this is a Republican-controlled Ohio legislature in both chambers. I wanna be very clear. They have super duper majorities, more super than when I was there. That's what it is. And what they are doing is undemocratic and it hurts all Ohioans regardless of political affiliation. It is an attempt to weaken the rights of Ohio voters. So Ohioans have the power right now in this state of direct democracy in 3 ways: through citizen-led constitutional amendments, initiated statutes, and referenda. Only Ohioans and citizens in 14 other states possess these tools to check the power of state government. As lawmakers fall more out of step with the will of everyday voters, tools like this become more precious and their defense more important. That is coming from ohiocitizens.org. They are absolutely right. Again, the example that I share with you today is from 2011. I was dead center in the Ohio Senate at that time, and the Republican-controlled legislature, they didn't have as super of a majority as they have now, but it was super. It wasn't super. Passed legislation to take away collective bargaining rights of some workers in the great state of Ohio, and the people had the power of referenda and was able to get that thing on the ballot. And although the majority of Ohio's workers are not in a union, the majority of Ohio workers stood with union workers to say that they should have the power, and they rejected Senate Bill 5. Imagine what would have happened. So this is what these Republicans do. They cowards. So if they can't win straight up, they want to change the rules of the game. And this is what it is. And let me tell you what the irony is. And the irony is that the amendment asks Ohio voters to approve by a simple majority a rule to require a supermajority on all future ballot initiatives. WTF on that. Y'all heard me right. These fools gonna put this on the ballot, and a simple majority can approve this thing, which I hope Ohio voters reject, to make it so a supermajority to be able to put anything else on the ballot. You can't even make this foolishness up. Take a look at this picture right here from Ethan Nichols. HJR1 is Democratic, baby. Now those are the people all across the state of Ohio letting it be known with that sign. Now, Ohio lawmakers vote to set August 8th election for controversial 60% constitutional amendment proposal. This is what they doing in real time in our state, Sharon. I'm gonna continue to say our state because you're gonna forever be an Ohioan as far as I'm concerned.
I love it. Ohio taught me well, Senator, but when you break it all the way down like you did in such simple terms, it really does sound even more ignorant. It really does. And what people need to understand, and I think they do, they're getting it, special interest, baby. Here it is, special interest. Just follow the money, and who's aligned with it and willing to forgive all their morals and just go and sell you out. But that's what's happening, trying to sell out the good people of Ohio. Don't let them do it.
Don't let them do it. Now, Republican state lawmakers voted to set an August 8th election in which Ohio voters will decide whether it should be harder for citizens to make future changes to the state constitution, a proposal intended to spoil a potential abortion rights ballot issue that could come later this year. And again, Ohioans, this is not about whether or not you pro-choice or pro-life. This is about any issue that a citizen in the great state of Ohio may want to put on the ballot. Whether I agree with it or not, they should have the right to put it there, and it should be based on a simple majority and not a super majority. But these simple-minded fools, these simple-minded cowards, they are anti-democratic, and baby, they anti-freedom. Isn't that something that the party that touts freedom and less government have the pure, unadulterated gall to pass resolutions like this and to put this thing on the ballot? Now, the Ohio House voted Senate Joint Resolution 2 on Wednesday by a 62-37 vote. The yes votes all came from Republicans, while 5 Republicans, and I'm gonna shout y'all out, Republicans that did the right thing: Representative Jamie Callender, Jay Edwards, Brett Hillier, Jeff Lurie, and Tom Patterson joined minority Democrats in voting no. And I served in the Senate with then Senator Tom Patton. He's over in the House right now. But those Republicans, the 5 Republicans that stood up and did the right thing in Ohio, thank you. You did the right thing on this one, and you need to be thanked for that. Now, the Republican dominated Ohio Senate passed the measure shortly afterwards, 26-7 on a party line vote. Now, y'all see that number 7 there? Keep it up now. Y'all see the number 7? You hear me say the word number 7. That means there are 26 Republicans and 7 flipping Democratic senators in the Ohio Senate. They don't even need Democrats to show up for a quorum. They can just run the thing without Democrats. But there we go. The vote set up what will be a heated summer election. You daggone right, it's gonna be heated. And I want to know Sister Turner gonna be right out there with it. A typically sleepy time in the election calendar that could be the first round in deciding whether abortion should have broad, difficult to undo legal protections throughout Ohio. Sister Turner gonna be, see Sharon, they probably didn't want to unleash the Kraken, but now y'all have unleashed the Kraken. I will be out there this summer helping to convince Ohio voters to not allow the legislature to do this, to run roughshod over the people. Now these Republicans, they cowards, and we're gonna keep on fighting back. Let's put this up by former Ohio Democratic Party Chairman David Pepper, who's right out there in this thing. Spread this everywhere. Vote no in August. One person, one vote. That is it. That's how we rolling, Sharon. We're gonna do this thing. And I do believe that if we can get the message out strong enough, that Ohio voters will come through yet again and buck against the Republican dominated legislature. Cause Sharon, they wrong on this all day long. And this has nothing to do with abortion rights, right? This is just pure adulterated power grab.
I agree with you, but it is going to be a long, hot summer, Senator Turner. And check on your friends, Representative Tom Patton. You might want to check on your friends, okay? Keep close watch over them because these people will stop at nothing. Check on your friends.
That is so true. I'm gonna call my friend and thank him, and I will check on him. That is such great advice.